Hello, my pen name is Echo, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the process of how I'm making my manga. So I'll be drawing some concept sketches in this video, and then I'll be showing you the journal that I use to write down basically the story and like where I keep other stories. But right here, I'm showing you right now this one shot that I did that I turned into a manga, so that way I know how my manga is gonna look when I print it out. This one shot right here that I'm showing you, this manga, is about 46 pages, and it took me a month. But for this next one shot, I'm gonna do 200 pages, and it'll probably take me 3 months. But I'll be showing you the process and hopefully 3 videos, like 3 different parts. This part will be just concept or the character sheets, and then writing down the story, and that's it. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. I have another video that I have posted of another one shot that I did, and I basically go through the process. But right here, I started drawing one of the characters for the character sheets. I have 5 main characters for this one shot, so I did 5 character sheets, and then I still have to sketch out some concept art for like the villains that will be in this one shot. Yeah, but the whole idea for this one shot is to get better for this series that I want to do, like this manga I want to do, and hopefully it gets released later on this year. And either hopefully I turn it in for Dark Horse and they'll publish it for me, or I'll have to do it the indie way and publish it myself, which I already know how to do, so that works. So this character right here, her name is Lupe, and I guess I should tell you about the world first, or the manga that I'm making. So basically, this manga, there are these characters that get picked from either heaven or hell, and they'll give a human like a weapon that have like mythical powers, like mystic powers. So basically, Lupe's gun shoots out like icicles, and I have another character that shoots out like a fireball. But yeah, right here I'm just looking up some reference for her gun, and for this one shot I'm gonna be using a lot of reference for horses and guns and environment. But more about the story, it basically takes place in the 1880s, the cowboy era, where basically in this world that I'm making, there are vampires that will go and hunt humans, and those like suck their blood. But basically vampires kind of represent like death and like time in life. And then what I'm thinking I'm gonna do with this one shot is it's gonna have a lot of philosophy. Well, hopefully, if I do it right. But my main influence for this one shot is Vagabond, the manga, because it has philosophy in it, and I'm a really big fan of it, and I hope I can do something like that. But in my way, it will be with cowboys and vampires. And in this one shot, the vampires drive like old classic cars. And in the beginning, on the left, on my tablet, you saw like a car with a cowboy. That's basically like concept art for it, you know. But let's see, do I have more that I can say? Well, I guess in this one shot, okay, I'll tell you like the plot. Basically, the plot for this one shot is these 5 characters are on a mission that they have to deliver like this box from Mexico City all the way up to like the Los Angeles area. And basically, these 5 characters have to deliver this package, but on their way there, they get attacked by vampires. And I guess the whole thing is about our main character, whose name is Alejandro. He basically, his goal is to, well, every character has a different goal, or they all have different ideas or plans of what they're going to do with the money once they deliver the package, which we'll see and hear throughout the story. But basically, Alejandro doesn't really know what he's going to buy. He just like naturally ended up being this, cowboy hunter who hunts down vampires and just does jobs. But his goal is just to protect the group. And I can't really say too much because I don't want to spoil anything. But I guess what I can tell you is this one shot, I hope, is around 200 chapters. I hope. 200 chapters. 200 pages. I hope I make it 200 pages, around there. I think that's long enough for like the physical copy to look like an actual manga one shot, like a manga. That's what I'm hoping for. But the main influence that I'm gonna use for the paneling in this one shot is from American comics. I just like the way they make the panels, and the way they draw it looks like a whole movie. It looks like a whole movie. But I'm also going to use manga influence for the fighting, a bit more of like the fighting side, and the more like stylish side from manga. So I hope it like all turns good. I've been concepting art. I've been concepting a lot of concept pages that like a comic layout. My bad, like a comic layout. Right here, I'm basically in the video right now of me drawing. I'm just highlighting like the important key parts, like the horse, but not the hair. And then with the green, I'm highlighting like what goes on the horse, like the satchel, the bag with like things in the back. But yeah, I put a lot of details into the character sheets. I do the shoes, and then I do like the gun holster. I do the clothing. I do the horse, and yeah. So it's not the hardest thing to do, but once I get to actually making the manga. Oh, I've done manga before. I've been a mangaka for like 8 months, and it is very exhausting, draining, annoying, but I mean, at the end, it's worth it. And with this one shot, I don't think I'm gonna be too exhausted because I just enjoy drawing like the horses and the cowboy aesthetic. But right here I'm showing you another character sheet I did. This character's name is Boone, and this character's name is John. And here we have Alejandro, another character that I did, and then we have Lupe, and then now I just need Dakota, who is another character. So yeah, right here I have like 5 characters I need to draw. So next is Dakota. So I'll be drawing right now. So, and the way I came up with these characters where I was listening to a song called Memphis Soul Stew. I think is what it's called, like the song name. It's like a soul song. But basically, in the song, he's talking about like how he makes like a good song, but he uses like cooking as an example, like salt, oil, the pot, But basically, he names down 5 key things that he uses to make a good song, and I'm like, well, I I'll use 5 characters, and then he says, first we need a pint of bass or something. So that's how I came up with the character Boone. And then he says drums, which is John. And then he says guitar, which is Alejandro. And then he says horns and organ, which is Lupe and Dakota. But basically, I was like, okay, so what kind of weapons kind of resemble the instruments that he named? And that's how I basically came up with these characters. One character has like a Winchester rifle, a short Winchester, which is like a shotgun, a double barrel shotgun. One has a revolver. Another one has 2 revolvers, which resembles the drums, because his like power, like the mythical power that got given to him from like heaven, basically his revolver can like shoot two, like one revolver shoots 2 bullets. So basically when you add 2 revolvers, that's 4 bullets. So he's like the drummer, and then also like the bullets, they go anywhere he wants, basically, like, so when he's fighting, it kind of looks like he's like drumming. So yeah, like I get influenced a lot from music, so that's a part that I came up with for from music. And now the vampires, I haven't been talking too much about them, but basically when I listen to like surf punk music, I usually get like the vampires in my head. Like I can like see, like the movie playing out in my head, like of the vampires driving the cars, chasing down like the cowboys. So that type of music helps influence my ideas for the cowboys. I mean the vampires. But yeah, I think like the vampire part is pretty sick too. For the vampires, I'm gonna make them look like punk, goth, emo, and then they're gonna drive like these classic old cars from like the 50s, but they're gonna look like vintage. They're gonna look really cool. So I think it's a cool mix of like 50s cars with like cowboys, but not making it too like unrealistic. I've been doing some research on cowboys, and I'm gonna be adding a lot of that into this one shot, and then I'm gonna also be adding that into the series I'm gonna be doing. But yeah, if you guys want to read some of my other stories, you can go check out my other manga in my bio. I've published 4 manga. One is an ongoing series, which is called Echo Unknown Legends on Manga Plus Creators. And then I recently finished this one shot called Echo Blood Cult. And then in the beginning, I showed you another one shot that I did, which was called Echo Lustful Love. But and then I have another one shot that you can read, or a 2 short series that you can read. But basically, those stories were for me to get better at drawing and paneling and getting better as an artist, as a comic book mangaka artist. But I feel pretty confident that like now I want to do a series or a manga that I can either get published at Dark Horse, or just publish it myself. It doesn't really matter. But I just hope it all goes well, and I hope you watching this get influenced to make your own story, or to read my story. But with these videos, I'm gonna be showing you how I'm making them. So hopefully that can like help you make your own story. But yeah, I mean, the first way you can start is just come up with like an idea, and just keep that in the back of your mind. But like, don't go fully through with it, because I've had like stories that I've wanted to do but like never done it, and I never started. But you should come up with a story and work on some concept art for it. And if you feel confident, if it's something that you want to like post for people to read, do it. Like, put your all into it, publish it. And yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty easy, because I don't have a computer, I don't have a printer to print out like pages. But all I do have is my iPad, a pen, and my phone. And that's basically all I use for my process on making a manga. So it's really not that hard. And then if you want to like get your work out there, you can use TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, things like that. Like, you can just use that to expose your art and show everyone. But I'm almost done with this character sheet right here. It doesn't really take me too long to make the character sheets, but I am working on this one manga. I think I'm gonna just do one chapter, and then I'm gonna go onto this one shot and work on it. And the next video that I'm gonna post will be part 2, which is me drawing like the storyboards. And what I do is, some people, when they work on their manga, they do storyboards in little boxes, and then they do like and then they like sketch out the storyboards onto like actual paper. What I do is I use the storyboarding for the ink, like the final ink, basically. So I'll put in like all my storyboarding pages, and then I'll go back and ink, so that way like I save time. You know what I mean? It's really, so it makes it easier and faster for me. But I'm done with all the character sheets, meaning now my next step is to make the storyboarding. Oh, and to write down the story. So right here, I'm just writing down the story. I'm not gonna write a script. I usually don't do that. But right here, I'm just writing down the story. But next video, I'm gonna be showing you how I'm doing like my storyboarding. So I hope you guys watch the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys liked it. If you do, like, subscribe, and comment, please. Thank you.